Hello everyone, I'll be with you in a moment. I'm just getting ready here. Just give me a moment. Okay. So, hello everyone. Welcome to another stream where we're going to be doing my B1 here. Going to be trying to finish off bits of it. Hopefully nothing's too bad, so let's get on with it here. Hey, Trump. I'm just going to rotate things here a little bit. And also going to get myself a drink beforehand so that I'm not sort of desperate for one. Give me a moment. Okay, here we go. So, hopefully this will be a decent stream. Sorry if you hear me drinking on stream again. Are you talking low because it's late? Yes, yes. Hey Nova, nice to see you. So yeah, it's late again, so I'm trying to keep my voice down a little bit. I say that and I'm trying to remember where we left off. We have all the exterior armor parts here, so time to get the other bits. So it was the internals, which are, I think, on this one, if I remember rightly. So we've got what, C1, 31, 32, 33 and 23, so 32, 33, 31, okay. Are we building the Blue Destiny Unit 2? No, this is the Unit 1. I'll be building Unit 2 in the future. So yeah, at some point I'll be building that as soon as I get the order through from HLJ. No singing this time. No, unfortunately, proof. No singing. So, I'm gonna go through here and do stuff. My BD2 brings all the gyms to the yard, says Nova. Dude, your BD2 freaking takes forever to ship from HLJ. And Boaty's, Waddles, and John's Camphor. I wish they'd just ship. Like, I need to ship the other stuff at the moment. Because I've got the high grade heavy arms coming and a bunch of other stuff, and I just need to actually get them all shipped rather than keeping them, you know, to themselves in Japan. It's like, please just get them shipped. Nova says, I blame everyone that isn't me. I mean, it's a great way of going about it. I can't wait till I get the other stuff though, like the clamps I was on about the last time for parts for spraying, and the actual spray tray, you know, for putting those things in. It's gonna be great because I ordered them from HLJ, so those are all in, and as well as that, I already planned another little side project, which was doing a cross silhouette X2 for the crossbone, but for that I need the original SD because of the X2's V-fin being different. So what I've done is I've ordered the X2, the SD of it, to get the V-fin, and then hopefully I can just get another silhouette crossbone and just do that, because that was a really good kit. 23 and 22 are the same for both arms. They're here. Yeah, for anyone who was in the last stream, thanks for that. It was a real funny stream, a bit like the other day with Wacky discussing Gundam Wing. If John appears, you have to at least show a glimpse of the mouse pad. I changed my mouse recently just to see whether it helped, because with me using a 502 for years, I don't think my hand enjoys it anymore. It's really awkward. Like, where is it? So yeah, there's my old 502 that I'm still using, specifically my 502 Spectrum, but yeah, because it was kind of hurting my hand, I've just gone back to a really, really crappy old Logitech mouse here, so it works for now. Hopefully it won't hurt my hands. See, I don't think the 502 was very ergonomic, so fun stuff. Nova says, TD Ninjas apparently movie has fallen prey to forbidden numbers. Hey, those are good streams, they're funny. So, let's talk about the Expo. Non-Exist says, what do you think about the new kits being shown at the Expo? I like them. I really like them. There are a lot to like there. I like the SDs. I like the new RG Wing Gundam. That is fantastic. Trying to think what else was shown off that I can remember, because I did a video of it the other day and then I've had sleep since. RG Wing Gundam, RG Hainu, High Grade Death Scythe. I've been waiting ages on that thing, seriously. So now I've got to order RG Death Scythe, High Grade Death Scythe, and High Grade Sandrock, so I can get the full set of wing kits when they eventually release Shenlong. That'll be good. But yeah, the real grade Hainu, I don't know why I can't talk at the moment. Who's going to do... Let's try this again. I'm having a bit of a speech problem at the moment. The real grade Hainu was definitely one of the high points for me for that. I absolutely love the look of that kit. Looked so good, or at least the renders of it did. Some of the SDs, really like the look of them. Specifically the one, I think it was the Benjamin Gundam that looked like a pirate a little bit, and the other one, the Nobunaga. They looked really good, but color separation on them I imagine is going to be terrible. I'll wait on the SDs primarily because they're kind of hit and miss with a lot of stuff. The Kasi Gundam, I mean, the thing with Hathaway's Flash stuff is, I don't know why, but I don't particularly like the looks of those suits. Like, the Penelope and the Kasi Gundam look incredibly bulky, and I don't know, I can't imagine those suits moving around. Maybe after I've seen the animation of it, you know, like in actual Hathaway's Flash anime, then maybe I'll warm up to it a little bit more, but just first impression is like, it's a big bulky mobile suit for seemingly no reason. You know, unless somebody can give me some in-universe stuff about it. You know, like I said before, real grade wing looked so nice, but I only just completed the high grade wing, I think like 2 years ago, and they're turning around and being like, oh yeah, we're gonna give you the real grade now, so I'm gonna have to put it in the collection to replace the high grade, but it's annoying that they release one just after I've got the other one done and looking nice, you know. Kaiser says, I love the way real grade wings actually segment like bird feathers without it being too in your face. I like the color separation on it for the rest of the parts, like for instance around the vents and the legs and stuff. I really like how they tend to separate like white and grey. Real nice. The Pale Rider being, or the variant of the Pale Rider being a P-Bandai, that was obvious from the whole deal that they've done with other variants of the Pale Rider, and Jesus Christ, that bit of the the elbow slipped out my hand there and just kind of flew off the desk. I managed to get it back pretty quickly. Let's see. I think the Cassie and Penelope needed to be that big because of them being Minovsky craft. It's something, like I said, that I'm probably going to warm up to after I've seen the anime, because I don't know much about the Cassie or the Penelope, so you guys are going to have to fill me in on that, or I'm going to just have to wait for the anime. Simplicity works on the TV designs for stuff, says Devasia. Yeah, I agree. You know, although it's like I've said before as well, I don't like the Endless Waltz designs. I think they've been too overplayed. It's like with everybody complaining about, you know, too much Wing Zero custom. I totally agree, because there seems to be like one out every other year, or there's a variant of it, you know, like the Snow White from Frozen Teardrop or whatever. It's just annoying. I know it's a popular kit and everything, but do something else for once. Well, ooh, come on now. Getting these nubs off pretty easily, because this section of plastic is a little bit softer. Not actually too bad as well. With the Penelope and Cassie, it's creating a field around it for it to move faster. Says non-exist. Huh. Interesting. What else did they have? They had some seed stuff there. They had the Calamity. What was it? 1 to 100 Calamity, I think. Then they had the Freedom in there again. What was that? 1 to 100 Freedom, I think. And then was it the Jin? Those kind of kids. I'm like, yeah, I'm alright, I'll pass. Let's see. Proof says they make them flight capable like ships without high power usage. Huh. They're definitely some of the bigger suits that I've seen though from UC. Then we had the HG Nightingale. How big do you reckon that's going to be? Because it looks like it's going to be massive. Devasia says, so why ruin the TV design with the overly geometric wing nonsense? I think they must have turned around and said, look, it's real grade, we need some gimmick for it. It's a bit like the, was it the Master Grade Sazabi, where it had all the extra panels on it that could open. It's like, well, why ruin the Sazabi's simplicity with all these extra panels that can open and stuff? They just want to include a different gimmick that really justifies them putting out a newer version of it with all these different parts and things and different details. Let's see. But yeah, at least it wasn't more stupid. Okay, not so much stupid. At least it wasn't Katoki's Endless Waltz stuff all over again, because I'm really getting sick of the Endless Waltz designs, because they're out like every couple of years. I really wish they would stop reusing Endless Waltz over and over and over again. Well, especially Wing Zero Custom. It's really, really getting stale. It's a bit like getting 5 RX-78s in 1 year. It's getting to that point anyway. Let's see. We got the external armor. We've got the shoulder armor. We've got the internals. I think I've got the upper arm armor as well. Yes, we do. We have the rotating bits on the side. Yes. Okay. That's all of the arm done, apart from the hands. Kaiser says, I'll take as many wing kits as they shove down our throats if it leads to 1/44th versions of Gloria of the loser variants. I want them to continue making good suits, of course, you know, and keep advancing the tech in them so I can get much better models that I enjoy building. But I wish they'd do or branch out and do some of the other stuff that's maybe not so repeated so heavily. Honestly, I'm saying that I don't know what I would put out myself personally, but it just seems like some suits are really overdone. I'm just gonna have a drink here for a moment. The Cassie and Penelope are probably the last of the large MSs because of F90 and F91. Yeah, like late UC, they start going backwards and having everything be incredibly small. That's not a big deal, to be honest. I don't mind them being smaller. And then we get into wing where everything is like super small. So now we're doing the head here. Gotta make sure I don't botch this up. Are there 2 head units here or what? Oh, there are 2 faces. Okay, so what's the difference? Is it just extra? Wait a minute. Are there 2 head units? 2 full head units or what? Okay, so there's one that looks... No, well, one that hasn't got the little side thing on it. And... yeah, that's... I'm assuming one is transformed and the other one isn't. I assumed that I'd get the same piece here twice, but I haven't. Anybody else know what's the deal with that? Because I've got like the top sensor and the face mask twice. One head is from the game, one is from the manga. Oh, interesting. Okay, that makes way more sense. It's interesting because I don't think I've ever had a kit that's like that yet, where it's like, okay, you've got extra parts that are from either a manga or a video game adaptation. Thanks for telling me that. I learn something new every time I do one of these streams. Okay, so the manga version is the one with the head thing on it. The game version is the one without. Wonder which one Sin wants. Because it's Sin's build here. Sin, which one do you want here? I just realised you've just turned up in chat. I want it without the antenna, says Sin. Okay, okay, fair enough. Just means I've got another head unit in future for something. Okay, so... what's going to be cool as extra parts for later on. Check out chat in a moment. Chat has just like blown up here now. Devasia says, to be fair, there was nothing really drawing me to the real grade ring when I already have the high grade at the same scale. As far as I'm concerned, the gimmick is an active deterrent. See, the thing is, it's not just the wings for me. I prefer the overall look of the real grade because of the panels and the color separation. It just looks a lot nicer than the high grade to me. Like, I could literally stick the high grade wings on the real grade and it would make no difference to me about the wing gimmick. It's just overall the color separation and parts separation just looks a lot nicer for details. Let's see here. Kaiser says, that makes sense. Don't have any scale of the wing yet. And also says, I won't bother transforming it. Also, with the wing gimmick, you can just be more detail painting opportunities. True, true. Ow! Jeez. Hand here at the moment. I think it's because of how I was holding them. I just feel the tension all the way down the inside of my hand there. Sin says, I remember seeing the dagger in the silhouette image from the expo and thinking it was the Master Grade BD1, but when I saw the beam saber on the side skirt, I immediately pain bamboozled by the millionth seed kit. The size kind of bothers me if my high grades are as big as master grades. I've noticed that a lot recently with everything just getting a lot bigger in scale with certain suits. Let's see, 23 and 24, which are those ones. The face mask for those is 21. 21. Where is it? It's at the top here. Okay. Right. Sin, by the way, just asking for reference on this thing. What do you want it in, like the glowing red eyes or what? You know, for the visor style thing. Just so I've got an idea of what to use later on. BD1 was a slight redesign in the manga, says Exram. The extra fin on the head definitely does seem interesting from a sense of why they add the fin. Like, is there any... the antenna, is there any reason for that? As to why they took that out, or what? Let's have a look here. Let's catch up. Devasia says, I understand the argument. Some of these added gimmicks and experiments can lead to better engineering going forward. At the same time, it's unfortunate that these experiments are done on designs that don't need them or detract from them. Huh. If you want to know what eyes I want, I'm just caught up then. I want the normal gym visor, not the Gundam eyes. Okay. Exram says, I wish Bandai made all the Gundams from Wing just to have the options to buy the suit you want. I mean, we're going to be getting them all eventually. It's going to be good. Hoping for a kit of the Ghost or Phantom. Yeah, like the Phantom's the F-99, isn't it? That was repurposed or redesigned. I can't remember what they said exactly for it when I was reading up on it. Red eyes are menacing, says Sin. Right, so I know which ones to go for there. Okay, what have we got here? The top of the head unit is going to be A230. That one. At least I know not to throw away these runners or turn around and be like, oh, it's okay, it's just spare parts, and then throw. I've been keeping a lot of spare parts recently, so this is going to be fun. So those go back in the box now. That's all the head unit sections, apart from the chin. And then I just need to, well, I need to get the chin out here, and I need to shave these nubs off. Isn't the Ghost basically the X1? Yeah, it's a silver X1, I think. Color separation on HG Wing isn't bothersome enough for my taste, says Devasia. I mean, the thing is, it's like the extra grey to separate and stuff, and the extra panel detail, just a little bit of it, is definitely welcome for me, you know. It's like with when I picked up the first real grade I got, which was the Freedom. Really love that thing just because of the detail in it. It didn't really matter to me if any of the gimmicks were too intrusive on it or not. From what I remember, there wasn't actually any. The wings were a bit flimsy. But overall, when you get it set up, it is a really, really nice kit. And even though it's years old now, it's not really, from what I've experienced anyway, with it being in a display cabinet for ages before I ended up moving, and it's still in storage at the moment. It's not really had any sort of problems over time, so it's one of the real grades I've got and actually enjoyed. The most problem I had was with real grade Ikea, because it couldn't hold up the freaking giant ass GN sword, which was a bit of a letdown for me. I'm still trying to find one that can actually hold up the GN sword properly in a really cool pose. Then I'm trying to think of what else I've got that's real grade. The real grade Gundam itself is nice, detail wise. It's on par with the Master Grade 2.0. The problem is it's a bit, because it's the first of its line, it's very flimsy with certain parts. Like, they feel as though they're pretty loose. Basically early real grade syndrome. But the actual frame itself for posing, that's not changed. Like, it's been pretty sturdy. The Ghost is similar to the Phantom, but with the X-Zero color. Yeah, the silver one. It's silver and red, and the Phantom is the green one. Honestly, I'm hoping we get it as a real grade. Probably won't. It'll probably just be a standard HG, but it'd be cool to get the Phantom with a load of detail on it, a bit like the Crossbone, because the Crossbone X2 was a P Bandai. Come on now. What I'll do is later on, I'll probably go in when I'm getting ready to paint all these up and just inspect the parts and just check to see whether they're all up to snuff, you know how I like them. Because if they're not, then it's not going to be good quality at the end of the day. Devasia says, there's not that much panel detail on the real grade aside from the wings. From what I can see, the more detailing with the real grade on the wing is the color separation that happens on the vents on the legs, around the back of the ankle armor, and I think it's on the arms. I'm gonna have to have a look again because it was only sort of a quick glance that I had before, and then when I was doing the stream, obviously I'm just trying to ad-lib quite a bit. Oh, not the stream, sorry, the video that I did. I was trying to ad-lib and make sure that everything was fine. It was my initial thoughts just as the expo was happening. Honestly, I want to see if there's any more news from the game, you know, the GBN game that I've been covering for a while, that literally just had like new news drop on it. With the Master Grade Gundam Mark V out, a Master Grade BD1 is more believable, says Sin. We didn't get it this time, but I'll take the Master Grade Mark V. I mean, the Mark V just looks really nice. That was one of the ones that I was actually surprised at because of the stuff, because I didn't know what the deal was with the Mark V until recently, where it was basically, because I was asking about the Doven Wolf, and I think it was Nova, and Nova was explaining how the Doven Wolf and the Silver Bullet and the Mark V are all related to each other. It was pretty cool actually finding that out. It's like I've said before on multiple streams, I like being part of the Gundam community and not knowing too much about it, because I get taught this kind of stuff by everybody, and it's a chance for everybody to kind of have a good chat with me and explain stuff, and for me to actually learn and pay attention. So either way, it's a good conversation, you know. But yeah, from what I understood, it's like the Mark V was made, then it was the Doven Wolf, then the Silver Bullet, and the Silver Bullet suppressor. I do like the design for the Mark V. It's kind of, the legs are a bit weird because I always thought it was the Doven Wolf first, so it was the weird legs that throw me. But the upper portion of the kit is real nice. Plus the missile pods on the shoulders. Missile pods on the shoulders all over the place just make it look really heavily armored. Non-Exist says, I would love a Revive HG EXS. Some of the older kids, like the Sentinel, they need to redo, especially like with the GPO2, because of the way that is. The old GPO2 really needs to be redone to think about articulation and movement, because the thing is basically a brick. I mean, I know it's a big suit and everything, but surely you can try and rework it to make it a little bit better. Okay, there's the forehead there. Just gonna go check something in just a moment. just checking if I was being too loud enough there. Right, let's see. If I was being too loud though, I'd be like, oh no. Devasia's retracted a message? Wait, what? Let's try and do this. Forehead section, it's the crest where the sensors are in. Ooh. Yeah, the stream hasn't stopped. The stream doesn't stop, it's just I went to check on some stuff. Ooh. Non-exist says, yeah, trying to find one that seems to be out of stock. Wasn't it retcon something on which was built first, the Mark V and then the Doven Wolf? I know lore-wise it was the Mark V, while also using data from the Psycho Gundam. Honestly, I don't know if someone could confirm that, because it was confusing for me to begin with anyway. I was just like, wait a minute, which one was which? It's like saying which came first, the chicken or the egg. Come on now. There we go. Just need to shave off this section here. And then we're good. Wonder how crazy it would be to colour match this this blue. Devasia, what other stuff did you actually like from the expo, by the way? Just wondering. Didn't the Doven Wolf be made first in real life, but the Mark V in lore came first? I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. The Mark V is a mixture of the Mark IV, Mark III, and the Psycho Gundam. Oh, well, let's put all these parts in my hand and then I can put them in the bag. Just like making sure I've got everything here. Let's have a look at that up close, because the eyes are really weird at the moment. The way that they look anyway, though. That is extremely weird. Okay, so those are the head parts. The outer armour, at least. I'm right-handed, so I've got to put them in the bag with my right hand. Awkward. Okay, so we've done that. I need the visor now. So we've got the green visor here, but I know Sin doesn't want that. He wants the crazy red one. It's good actually having people in here that I'm building the kit for, because then I can easily adjust. So I'm assuming number 5. Okay, let's see. Yeah, number 5 is that one, and then 12 is that one. Okay, so at least I know what that's showing now. So this one is Spurs, and that one is the one I'm going to be using. I'm not going to take that off the runners until I'm finished, so that one goes in the baggie. Let's see here. Good You're Live, I didn't miss it, says Ultras. I like these build streams, as you guys know. Really love them because they're nice and relaxing. I'm just gonna check the music here. Because knowing me, it's turned off. Oh no, it's still on. Just checking. I have a headset to the side that I can just check in on, so I'm just kind of sat here with it while I'm making stuff. Okay, let's see. This is a beam saber. That is not what I wanted. A beam saber, section of the head. The head parts here, all on one runner. Jeez, trying to fit all this in the box is nuts again. With the hand and an almost empty runner. Which one's this one? C2. Okay, so C2 part 34. What was that? Not seen that yet. I'll probably run across it. It's a small circular part, which I imagine would be for like a gun or something, but honestly, I've not seen it yet. Good thing is I'm keeping all these runners in small parts and everything, so it's not too bad. Oh. Divisia says, the Virtue, the Death Scythe were pretty nice. I wanted to pick up the Dagger L, even without Striker Pack. Virtue, Master Grade Virtue looked pretty nice. I can't wait to see what that's like in people's reviews. You know, because I'm sure everybody here watches like the different Gundam reviewers online. I like seeing stuff like that to see how it comes together. You know. Let's see, this one is, it looks like the chin. Let's have a look. B125. Let's see, yeah. So that's the chin. Virtue is going to be chonk. Indeed it is. Let's see, Shinju says, not retracting the thanks, Sin. Everyone added to the confirmation of who or what the were lore-wise. Division says, I don't get why they would do a Master Grade BD1 before doing an upgraded Master Grade Ground Gundam. I mean, yeah, because they use the same frame, basically. Now, there are some problems I have it. Oh, there's another chin section for the head. Those are all the polycaps. I think I'm almost done here, guys. So apart from the hands and the weapon, which I can do later. Let's be honest, I can do those later. Right, we got a load of spare parts here. Those are the ammo packs. Those are Fedi ammo packs, so I don't need to worry about them. You can tell because of the way they look, and there's 3 of them. So one of them will be for the machine gun, and 2 of them will be for the side skirts. And that's not too much of a deal. I can put them on later. The deal here is with this runner that has 17 and 18 marked on it, and has really tiny sections on, which I think are for the backpack when it's not boosting. Let's just check this, because if it is, then I'm done, and then I'm on to Nugs' Gyan. And if I end up on the Gyans, you might want to ping Nugs in Discord. Because the whole idea is just progressing with this stuff until I'm done getting ready. Okay, so A2, 18. Yeah, it's the covers. It's the backpack covers. So those 18 and 17 are the backpack covers for the different vent sections that open up. That's fine. I can keep those there for now. So, in terms of that, apart from the beam sabers and these weird circular parts that I've got to look at here. Oh, I see. They're for the hands. C234. Let's have a look. C2. I've just seen where they are there. Let's see. C2. Nah, crap. You guys might hear that scraping against the microphone there by accident. Okay. Yeah, C234, so that's for the hands. So, gonna go ahead and do that. And yeah, there we go. I've confirmed the ammo packs there now as well. Okay, so why did it cut off the music there? Let's go have a look at that first. Susan cutting off my music here as well. Come on, Susan, don't be stingy. Okay, that moment where I'm finishing up and basically went in Discord and just went, no, because I'm onto your kit. So the only part here left on the BD1 to get sorted out is the wrist here, because that's what this section is. It's a wrist for the polycap to go into, and that is one clean runner by the look of it. There is nothing on that I can see. Do you guys see anything on that? Because I don't. That is the entire C2 runner there. I think that's clean. You have a Discord, says none. Yeah, I got a Discord. I'll get the link in a moment. Ooh, come on now. Non says, I want the HG Testament and out of frame D. HG Testament would be real nice. I'm trying to think of anything that I would want personally apart from Death Scythe. You know, I've been after Death Scythe and chanting about it for so long. It was like in GBO2 where I got the freaking Pale Rider and I was after the Pale Rider for ages, and now I'm just like, my reason for existing is complete. I don't need anything else. You know, until they bring out the new Gundam or something. Okay, so what I need to do, there's the head section, there's the arms. Tequila Gundam would be nice. Oh god, yeah. Oh, Exram, seriously dude, I'm probably gonna have to get you in this kit building thing for that. Like, that was a really good comment, because it just reminded me of G Gundam stuff that I'd want. Give me the entire G line, please. And by that, I mean, like, I want a redo of the Devil Gundam. I want freaking Tequila Gundam. I want the rest of the Shuffle Alliance. Freaking just give me more G Gundam kits. Like, seriously, Bandai. I'm saying this as Sin's put up a thing saying Moody likes death, edgy death. No. If we're being serious, like, if we're being totally serious, I want more G Gundam kits. It just reminded me of it. I've just been sat here because forgetting about G Gundam even having kits because they don't do many, if any, for them. Excuse me. The stream is not endorsed by Coke. Endorsed or sponsored. Oh, we need the windmill Gundam as a kit. Hey, Nugs. Yeah, I've seen so many adaptations of the freaking high-grade Shining Gundam's inner frame to do customs for the G Gundam line. I hate the way... The funny thing is, I got recently reminded of it today as well by somebody else doing a review of G Gundam that was put up on YouTube. It was a pretty simple review. It was fair enough. You know, it was just basically G Gundam's nice, watch it. It's not like anything else, but watch it. It's fun. Which it is, I'm not going to complain about that. So, it's like, I want more G stuff. It's just so crazy. You know, they need to really stop skimping out on G Gundam. It's criminally underrepresented. They've done the high grade Master Gundam, which I still want to get. They've got the high grade Shining, which I've got, but really need to get again because I did the top coat on it wrong. The high grade God Gundam, which was the first high grade that I got, next to the high grade new. And then they've done basically nothing. Oh, high grade Fun Psyche as well. You know, so like, give me the rest of the Shuffle Alliance. Give me some of these other mobile suits that were really fun looking. I don't care if people are saying stuff like the Tequila Gundam is racist. You know, it's stereotypes. I wouldn't consider stereotypes to be like full-on racist, like people are implying. Maybe it's just me being naive, or just not thinking about it in a racist kind of way, and just thinking, oh look, it's themed after, say, Mexican stuff. Although saying that, some of the review from that I was watching before, I didn't actually remember that Neo Mexico was an actual floating sombrero, making me want to watch G Gundam again now because of all the ridiculousness. Right, so that's Sin's BD1 ready to be done. So Sin, all I need to do for that is the ammo packs for the side skirts, the sabers, and the hands. And obviously the polycaps. Apart from that, that is ready to be painted, more or less. It's the same with my Easy 8. So now it's on to Nugs' Gyan. So, let's go get the Gyan. Like trying to move all these freaking BD1 runners off the desk for the moment here, because there's so much random plastic here. I'm gonna have to put that to the side or have like a bin for it or something. I might be able to use those runners later on. In fact, can I store some of that in another baggie here? Okay. Right. I'll check the comments in a moment, guys, because I don't want to be behind. In fact, I'm gonna do it now quickly while I'm bagging these parts. Devasia says, I figured the G Gundam kits beyond Shuffle Alliance would be P Bandai. I mean, I kind of agree with you there. You know, like Neo Shuffle Alliance, like Bolt Gundam, Dragon Gundam, freaking Gundam Maxter, and Gundam Rose should all have high grades easily, because they did the Noble Gundam as well. I forgot that. So they've got the standard line for G Gundam in high grade has the God Gundam, the Shining Gundam, the Noble Gundam, the Master Gundam, high grade Fun Psyche. I think that's about it. You know, you should get a Temium Nipper. It makes cleaning nubs a little bit easier. I mean, I don't mind at the moment. It's okay with what I got. A friend of mine really wants young Master Asia's Yamato Gundam from the manga. Ooh, I'm gonna have to actually read the freaking manga. Ultra says, I'm a bit disappointed myself. I don't have a single G Gundam kit. Dude, honestly, I'm still looking at the Master Grade for the Shining Gundam because it just looks so good. Like, I blame Robert again for that, Robert 184. Everybody knows who Robert is, basically. I've mentioned about how I more or less got started into Gunpla because of his channel really early on. And, yeah, I blame him for showing me all the G Gundam kits and being like, Dave, look at how nice these look. And I'm just like, oh great, looks like I'm buying all of them. You know, so, some of the older Master Grades look real nice, even though they have like screws in and things. Okay, let's see. Shinju says, in before they released the Shuffle Alliance with the Hyper Mode colours available through P Bandai. I mean, they could do that. I think they've got a chromed out P Bandai for the God Gundam and the Master Gundam. It might be figure version though, instead of actual like kit version. I can't remember. Let's see here. Let's click this here. This here. That there. Right. Then I can get ready for the start of the Gyan. Sin says, lit, good job, dude. It's funny how people that I've read a lot of comments from on YouTube claim to be Mexican or Hispanic of descent, and many of them that which I don't know how true it is as Ultras, claim that they don't care about the Tequila Gundam or how it represents them. At least it's getting representation. See, it's like stereotypes, at least I believe, I think I've gone over this before, stereotypes I believe are based on general observation of a country or, you know, of something. So it's not like there isn't truth in them. I just feel like in today's day and age, where everything is racist, everything is sexist, and you've got to say it. You know, like a infamous person said one time, you've got to call these things out. It's like, you don't always have to call them out, though. If they're not harmful to people or people don't care, then it's literally just a common representation of somewhere. You know, it's not like I turn around and get upset when people say to me, like, oh, a stereotype for Britain is bad teeth. No. Bad teeth or a crazy accent. So that's why I don't get upset by G Gundam, you know. I think it's just, it might just be me. It's either me or it's everybody else being incredibly sensitive, but I really don't think people should be getting up in arms about something that's portrayed in a cartoon for entertainment like that, when it's not intended to be harmful. You should get to, oh, I've read the Tamiya Nipper one. Most of the censorship outrage comes from the US trying to police the world, says Ultras. I mean, you're not wrong about that. I'm Hispanic and I love the Tequila Gundam, says Eggsram. Divisia says, more like the nosy minorities who think they matter more than everybody else. Love Robert's channel, says Proof. Robert was an amazing guy. I watched his stuff, and especially like his reviews of actual episodes of like Gundam Age as well. It's so good. Sin says, I'm purely Hispanic and I'm not offended by that. US is chaos, as F says none. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Speaking of bad teeth, says Division. Most people don't actually care about offensive things unless it's something that really crosses the line, says Kaiji, basically. Imagine the world without the USA does not exist. Here's a fun one. The Dutch stereotype is being high on weed all the time. Didn't like it at first, but got used to it and make jokes about it, says Shinju. To be honest, I've never heard that one. But you know, like when people say, I'm gonna put this this Blue Destiny runners down and start on the Gyan here. Nugs, your Gyan's coming now, man. And I'm gonna get the Discord link while we're here as well. And then I'll go back onto G Gundam. Let's see. Trying not to knock my nails around as well with this stupid mouse wire. Right. Copy. Right. There's the Discord link for anybody, by the way. So yeah. No, the whole deal with like G Gundam, where everybody says like, oh, it's got these offensive stereotypes or whatever, you know, it's all racist. Honestly, I couldn't see it being racist just because of the fact that it's childish entertainment. It's not supposed to be offensive or not intended. It's not as if you would turn around and deliberately market something like that to kids and somebody in the boardroom be like, oh, it's offensive, it's a brilliant idea. You know, it's not intended to be like that. It's just general observations. So when people say that kind of stuff about G Gundam, I just kind of think it's really stupid and sad that people kind of see everything in that light. Just gonna throw this rubbish and then we'll get into that. Okay. Kaiser says, it'd probably be fun to take one of the old non-grade G Gundam kits and kit bash it with a recent RX-78 to give it the detail and posability. Honestly, I think I've shared the tweets of people that I've seen doing kit bashes of old G Gundam kits. Like, it's where I got the inspiration from to try and do the Rising Gundam, but it didn't work out as well, you know. But I'd have to have another go at it. But like with the Devil Gundam that I've got, I've seen some people do like really good high-grade Devil Gundam modifications. I've got one bookmarked, I think, for doing mine, because I'm going to attempt it and see how it works. And it's using like a load of Bolden arms articulated points for like the feet and things. looks so nice. I'm just like, oh, okay, let's get into this. You know, let's try it myself because I really want more G Gundam kits, and the only ones we've got are the non-grades. I just realised I'm putting the box off to the side here when really I should keep it round for the parts. Okay, so this, I've not actually done a Zeke suit in ages, but hopefully like I do normally, we can pick out these shapes and everything will go pretty smoothly. Let's get this all out of the packaging first. Proof says, it's sad that you can't change stupidity in people. I know, right? Let's just put these here for the moment. Exram says, I often talk to my friends about G Gundam. We all wish they showed more Gundam from more places. They showed off quite a lot, but yeah, they really should have gone crazy with it. I liked the theming of each suit. Like, I liked the fact that, as well with the stereotypes or just the theming that they used, it was celebrating the culture and parts of the countries and putting them into the mobile suits. So like for instance, the Gundam from Africa looks like a tribesman, and to be honest, I don't find that offensive. I find that really cool. It's one of the cooler designs, oh, at least for me anyway. Oh, try not to rip this apart. And by that I mean trying not to ruin the kit. There are stickers on this? I mean, I can see for the mono eye, but what's the other one? Huh. Interesting. Let's put that in the bottom of the... Actually, no, let's just put that to the side for the moment. See what everyone else is putting here while I'm having another drink. Divisia says, you know, I keep forgetting that I don't have a vanilla Gyan because I took all the photos of my Gyan slot with the normal Gyan parts on it. I always wanted to get all the night-looking suits, like the Gyan slot and stuff, so that I could create a high-grade Night Gundam from Dynasty Warriors 3, because you just know they're not going to do that thing, you know. Next one fights a Shinju will be a tournament in the Neo-Netherlands will manufacture the mighty Weed Gundam. I really want to see an FG Kestrel now, because I have an extra Hazel does not exist. You mean coffee shop Gundams, says Proof. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's an interesting texture to the plastic. It's kind of when you imagine or you felt like top coated stuff before, and matte is obviously got a grainy style texture to it, and gloss stuff obviously has that shiny sort of smooth texture to it. This is like a satin. It's kind of halfway in between. That was really weird. I don't think I've felt anything like that before. Huh. Not on plastic model kits anyway. Oh, that caught my attention real fast there, because that's glossy. That's standard gloss plastic. This runner. Huh. Interesting. Okay. There's the beam saber. Is that it? Was that all the parts? Okay. Devasia says, the problem with stupid is that it's conflated with intelligence, making it even worse. The Pharaoh Gundam from Neo Egypt was cool looking. Hope we get gunplay of it someday, says Xram. I'd forgotten about that one. There's so many different suit designs in G Gundam that I really like, you know. Like the Nether Gundam, the windmill one is obviously the most memed, but you got some of like the giant fish stuff, which is really weird that they used again in Build Divers. It's just very strange but fun. Okay, let's start with the bigger runners here, and we'll just put the other ones. Actually, no, I say that one. The easiest one is probably the shield. I'm gonna move everything back over here because this is the bottom, and then we'll work out of the bottom. Okay, so we'll put the bigger runners there. Hey Nugs, by the way. Right, so I've got the nippers to the side, and the manual to the side. Just let me have another drink. The Gian slot can become standard. It has all the pieces, says Ultras. Ah. Like honestly, I'm still trying to decide on how I'll do like the HG Knight Gundam. They're making it easier by having the Justice Knight and the Aegis Knight. I'm trying to think of what else. The Gian slot and the SD would probably help for the Knight Gundam from Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3. And like the same with the like if you wanted to do a high grade of say the suit that's at the end of Build Fighters Tri-Island Wars, the Superior Dragon. It's like, I really want that to be in high grade, but you probably have to do a kit bash of that too. Okay, so let's see, I'm just going to double check. So we've got parts of the B runner for the handle. Let's get the big parts out of the way first. So we've got the shield missile needle things. This is going to be fun to paint this up. Ultra says, man, I would love the Knight Gundam, but that stuff wouldn't sell well. I mean, we've got, like, what is it, the metal build of it? And then we've got the other one coming out. What was it? Not the Satan Gundam, but it was the demonic version. I think it might have been the Satan Gundam, actually. Shinju says, alright, it's late, I'm going to call it a day. Thanks, Shinju. Thanks for joining in on some of the streams. Hope you've enjoyed. Ultra says, but yeah, the Knight Gundam gets referenced quite a bit. I know, right? You know, it's like, it's been referenced so much. I want the Knight Gundam because the Musha Gundam sold that well. It's like, just give it a master grade or something. Why am I just doing that when I should be putting it to the side? I really should sort this out. I had the BD1 here. I need the box to the side. The parts there. And then I can cut them off, put them here, and then bag them up. Let's see. Everyone wishing Shinju, well, saying bye. I was going to say wishing Shinju, well. Nug says, who knows, we might get it after they give us the high-grade Gundam Mark III. It bothers me in general that the SD kits are, for the most part, a grade of their own rather than being available in various different grades and scales. I like the SDs. It's like, they're a unique thing that I don't think you can sell to many people. You've got to already be into sort of the super deformed thing before you get one, or at least interested in them, because otherwise I think they don't sell well just saying, oh look, it's smaller Gundams. I think it's like, for me it was because I'd seen some of the designs that I couldn't get in high grades, and also because of Prime 92's videos. It's like I've already said that before, saying how she more or less sold SDs to me just on the scale and how interesting some of them looked. The Musha didn't sell well in the US as you think. I mean, we got the Musha and the Musha Mark II as master grades. So, why not a, oh crap, why not a Knight Gundam master grade? You know, to celebrate, well, it would have been good to celebrate Dynasty Warriors. Seriously, I really want to play Dynasty Warriors Gundam now. Problem is, I've not got the 360 set up. I've got an extra runner here. I need to really start bagging this plastic. Like, let's bag the, let's bag this other stuff. Devasia says, yes, but being into stuff like SDGF models for those were pretty crap. Ugh. Like, honestly, most of my my Gunpla stuff, like getting Gunpla, is primarily from other YouTubers. Like, other YouTubers will just say like, oh, this kid's nice, or I'll go online, I'll see a recommendation, or somebody really enjoying a kit, and I'll be like, oh, I got an idea for that, and the next minute, poof, I'm guilty of that. It's like, I've watched I originally started with Robert, then it was Prime 92, then Type V3 for ages. Now I'm on to Zach Aurelius and Mecha Gaikotsu. But Mecha Gaikotsu is a little bit grating. It's like I can put up with him a little bit, but I don't know. Like sometimes he just comes across a little bit grating for me, is the best way of describing it. I'm not down for the amount of energy he gives out normally, which is a lot of energy. He was very, I would say he was very passionate, but I don't know, it's hard to describe. I think it's more the whole thing of his takes on certain kids are something that I can't agree on, especially when I've got those kids and built them up and they're pretty fine. You know, it might just be me. I don't want to just turn it into a entire video going on about me not liking certain YouTubers for certain reasons, but some of the other reviews he's done are okay, but it tends to be older kids where he goes in on them a little bit too hard. It's like, dude, what were you expecting? They're older kids. What exactly were you expecting out of these? They're not going to have as good a technology as the newer stuff, obviously. There's the needle section there. Who are we talking about? Gaikotsu. Yeah. Can you stream Dynasty Warriors Gundam in the future, Moody, says Exram. Oh yeah, I can do that when everything's set up. Proof says it's 2 AM for me. I'm going to hit the hay, guys. Thanks very much, Proof. We'll see you next time. Yeah, just talking about Gaikotsu for a little bit. Like, Zach Aurelius on the other end of the spectrum has a lower, more relaxed tone. I feel like he doesn't overdo it, and as a result, it kind of comes across a little bit better for me in terms of what I look for in a review. Not so much sort of going all in and crazy, but you know, just being able to really explain why a kit has certain merits or certain things that you wouldn't want in it, and just chilling, you know. Kaiser says I can't watch Gaikotsu anymore. Ultra says, honestly, I'm surprised that 40th revived Zaku is as bad as it is. I've said my piece on venting. It seriously needs work. The worst thing that I've seen reviewed has got to be the what was it, the high grade Phoenix? I think it was the high grade Phoenix because of the fact that it's not undergated. It's not just the fact that it's another high grade unicorn kit, so automatically it's using the same flimsy frame and crappy joints. Where it's just to make it even worse. It's like, yeah, it's not undergated. That's why I like the 1 to 100 scale Akatsuki that I'm going to be building eventually. That is undergated. Devasia says, I mean, I would love to have Captain Gundam, Bakunetsu Maru, and Zero SD models if they had high grade model tech to them. I get what you mean, just like sort of upgrading the tech behind them. Like, I feel like that's what they were trying to do with the cross silhouette line. So that's why I like the cross silhouette line, because it's still SD, but they've really kind of put a little bit more effort into upping the model quality. Somehow Bandai never makes a 1/44th of the UC full armor Gundams as non-exist. Thinking about it, no, there's the heavy Gundam. There's not the full armor. There's the Thunderbolt full armor. Exram says, I have to be in a good mood to watch Gaikotsu. I feel like if I can switch my brain off for a little bit, I can watch him. Zach Aurelius is definitely a little bit more chill. That's what I kind of like at the moment. I'm not, by all means, I'm not ripping on Gaikotsu as a person. It's more the whole thing of sometimes his takes are a bit funny, and I don't agree with them, but that's not sort of something to bash a person over. It's more the whole thing of when I click on a review and I want something just chill and getting to the point and kind of not feeling like it's got anything personal in it, I feel like sometimes, like with the Keradim, the Bill Divers Keradim, that was one that stuck out for me a while ago, was the whole thing of, I got that suit and it was pretty fine. I didn't find there was many problems with it. Seam lines, I've always said, like the ones on the legs that he mentioned, I didn't think they were as big as a deal as he made them out to be. The articulation and everything else was pretty fine. There was the whole thing that he did recently where he repainted it and said that the paint job was a bit crazy in terms of trying to get it separated. To be honest, when I did the Keradim Saga paint job on it, I didn't think it was that hard. The only stuff that was a bit awkward was the weapons, but with a little bit of time, patience, and some good grade masking tape and some decent placement, it's no problem. So I don't see what the whole deal with it was. Maybe it's just me. Like I said, I'm not hating on him particularly, it's more just his take on certain things. It's not so much hating. Hating's a strong word, it's more just disagreement. I don't want anybody going around and thinking I've got like a personal vendetta against him or anything. Oh. Let's see. Ultra says, I'm against gold kits in the first place due to bad node placements. Gold is yeah, it's a colour that is not exactly the best for when it comes in the kit. And we all know Bandai do really bad, like almost curry coloured gold anyway. That's what the top part is. Nug says, my only issue with Aurelius is he takes too long on certain things or glosses over them. I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that. Zach Aurelius isn't amazing either, but... Oh. Okay, well, I might have to go in with a knife here because of the nub marks. Let's see. Divisia says, I never liked Gaikotsu. He breaks things, has weird standards, and is way too in your face. I think that's the way of describing what I don't like. Too in your face. You know. I have more tolerance. Kakarot is really good. Like Kakarot does the odd kit review, also does the lore videos and stuff. Really like them. They're really nice when they come up in the feed and I'm just chilling out and doing something. You know, like maybe I'm doing some coding or whatever, and then the next minute it comes up and says something like, for instance, the history behind the Pale Rider and the Hades system, and I'm just like, ooh, I think I shall watch that while I'm doing things. Next minute, I'm finding out way more than what I did before. Really handy. I think the thing that bothered me about the Saga review, says Divisia, is he ragged on the age of the base kit, like somehow fell drastically short of modern standards. See, that's what I'm on about. Like, just because a kit is old doesn't mean it's terrible. But yeah, I agree with that. I do remember him distinctly being like, oh, it's a suit from this sort of time period, so it's automatically bad because of that. Kakarot is solid, says Nugs, yeah. Didn't you buy the Akatsuki 1/100, Moody? Says Exram. Yeah, I did. I'm going to be in the process of building that eventually. But, yeah, I deliberately got that because I knew it was undergated. You know, otherwise I wouldn't have got it. Like, I'm very, very careful about the chrome kits that I get because I didn't like the fact that the perfect grade red frame had chromed gold parts for the I'm trying to remember the proper word for it, the Saber on the Gibera Strait. It's like, at least on the master grade red frame Kai, the Gibera Strait and Tiger Pierce have sort of the same usual curry coloured gold parts on them, so you can paint over them, because that's what I did. But with the chromed out parts on the perfect grade, it's terrible, and the nubs are in really bad positions, so I don't actually like that. I ended up sanding over it and painting it the chrome gold where I normally paint it. I'm just having a drink, by the way. Let's see. Kaiser says, I like Zaku's and Gundam reviews because they're more in depth, but even they can gloss over kits or something that I feel should get more coverage at times. Then again, I don't trust any YouTuber or reviewer for getting a kit I plan to build anyways. Divisio says, I like lore vids except when they go over anything except seed. Seed lore vids, for whatever reason, feel so dry and empty. Okay, so we got the handle for the shield later on, but I'm gonna pick out the easy parts here. Exram says, I bought the high grade Akatsuki, not built yet. I want to get latex gloves and better equipment before I start. It'll probably have nubs on it, to be honest, Exram. Expect them. No. Let's do the legs here. We've got the rear skirt here. Oof. Good thing I've seen the Gyan enough times in GBO2 to recognize most of these shapes. I remember when I got the perfect grade red frame, going back to that though, because like it really upset me with the gold part being chromed. I know why they did it, to make it look a little bit more premium, because you're paying like 120 odd for a perfect grade. But it's like at the same time, I did enjoy that kit. Really did enjoy building it. I've still got it. I just need to unpack it and hope none of it's broken in storage. I remember getting that as part of a celebration for a contract renewal when I was in the industry. So good. Just having that thing stood up and be the size of like a PS4 is pretty nuts. It's funny because it's the only perfect grade I've got as well. Like, can't get enough of the red frame just because of its design. I like the mobility of it. Like, not so much the weeb thing, but just the mobility of that kit. It really does look nice. Okay, so all of this stuff is related to the skirting here. Wait a minute, are the front skirts not separated? Oh god, can we not... How do we get different leg poses out of that then? That's going to be interesting. Okay, these are definitely the toes over here. Divisio says, people praise the Astray stuff so much. I figured there's just a lot in Seed that I'm missing. Every time I see more of those lore videos, it's just there. Guys, I said Seed is just the Astray Stargazer and a bunch of filler. It's like I've said before, I've tried watching Seed and I just can't finish it. I can't get past episode 12 of Seed. I'm going to have to try again. It should be like an annual thing for me, try and finish Seed. Like if I switch my brain off, I can kind of watch bits of it, but I don't know, there's something off-putting about characters constantly crying about stuff that they could literally just grow some balls and just do. It's like, stop making everything into a melodrama and just do your job. And why did the music stop? Oh, probably YouTube auto-pausing stuff. Devasia says, I finished Seed. It was difficult, but did it earlier this year. Oof. I feel sorry for you, sir. Oop. Okay. Destiny I struggle to be bothered with, especially now I have school to tend with. School's obviously more important. Oh, come on now. What the hell happened there? You guys ever had that where, because that's rare, we have to pick that up. You guys ever had that where you're busy clipping something for a runner, and the freaking back, like where you're cutting, the rest of the runner on the opposite side of where it joins the part just flies off? The hell? Hang on. Okay. There we go. Back here. That was weird having to go fetch that. Stargazer is the F-91 of the Cosmic Era, says Kaiser. Nope. Dude, there are bits of runner just shooting off here everywhere. Seriously. Again? Are you kidding me? These freaking... God damn it. Good job I can sand some of this, because some of these freaking nubs, like parts of the runner are just breaking off here. Like, look at this. Hang on, let's cut this toe cap off. Look at this. This is so stupid. Look at all that. That is without me really doing much. Hang on, let's try and get this. It won't autofocus, but look how much has come off at the end of that. That is pretty crazy how much has come off at the ends there. Let's just try and move that a little bit over here. There we go. They're just like breaking off the runner. I didn't want it to snap off and ruin the toe cap. I'm gonna need to sand that down. This is the run is seemingly exploding on me here. Exram says that's how I lost that piece the other day. I don't get it. It's like I expected the runners to be. Jeez, look at that. Okay, right. I just cut off the back section of this runner. And look at the part on the right side of the toe cap there that's just snapped off. It just like gave way, so there's like part of the freaking runner still attached there. That is crazy. Let's cut this bit off here. It's McCollum's fault. It happens. I noticed that happens. I think there's some intention to that because it's fairly consistent. I've not had it happen in ages. Runner just decides it's going to yeet itself, you know. I'm just putting the waste in this this bag again because I might be able to use it at some point. Either that or I can just bin it, like recycle it in future, put it in the recycling bin. Okay, so there's a couple of extra bits on here. I'm not so sure about these. These look like shoulders or something. It might actually no. No, they're the back of the feet. I mean, with specific parts of runners, Sister Asia. Okay, it could be. I just don't want the freaking runner to be exploding on me every 2 seconds, you know. I'm sat here thinking, you know, it's going to take a little bit of effort to cut this stuff off, and then I can just clean it up, and it's no big deal. But instead, the runner's like, I'm just going to explode. Just going to explode now. It's totally fine. It's no big deal. Some of the gates have hollow parts near where they connect. Oh yeah, I've noticed that now. Okay, so that is, apart from the knees here, that's most of the blue parts for the feet off. I think what I'll do is I'll try and do just the legs, and then finish up this stream. So... we do that. That's the kneecaps as well. Right, so that is the torso that's left. Seen some other stuff that I recognize here. So there's a lot on there that I recognize. Come on now. Okay. That's the backpack. That's part of the backpack. That is the interior, and there's the pelvis. Okay. Whoa. Okay, that just flew off there. Okay, there's the front skirts that can be separated. Okay, so maybe I can customize that and separate them. I'm gonna have to look at videos online to see whether those can be separated safely. Try and get most of the leg parts here done like I did with the other kits for the first section here. Love the way that we've already got, what, 2 or 3 kits here done. I'm still waiting on the other ones to come. I need to find out when the other stuff is coming. The high grade gym striker and the guard custom for Ion. I best be off. Pythagoras is challenging my brain. I need to concentrate, says Devasia. It's fine, dude. Thank you very much for dropping by yet again. Right. Rest of the leg sections here. Obviously these giant parts. See you later, Divisia. Thank you for dropping by. Talking about the gym striker, says non-existent. Where's my striker custom Bandai? It's going to be interesting seeing how much effort it takes to paint up the high grade gym striker, because I imagine it's a pretty old kit. So I imagine trying to paint it is going to be a little bit of a nightmare, especially considering it's in Astray red frame colours. Fun stuff. Come on. It's funny because I'm having a look for a high grade Pale Rider the other day for a laugh. Just to see if I could get one so I could do a custom on it in my colour scheme. And all of them are like 60 bucks or more. I ain't got that kind of money. Really don't have that kind of money. Jeez, these knobs, man. There's the knees. There's a lot of parts. P Bandai's a pain, says Exam. Yeah. Exam, sorry. Yeah, they are an absolute pain. Ooh, that was nasty. I'm gonna have to sand that. I'm trying to freaking get these kneecaps. And instead what's happening is the freaking nippers are slowly falling down the runner until they get super close to the path, and I don't want to damage the path. Oh. Okay. I don't know what parts those are. Might be for the shoulders. Trixie says, just played an unlimited mix-up match and won with the gym level 1. Nice. Oop. Yeah, I'm on now. Ooh. It's gonna be great when all this is done and I can see them all stood next to each other. Especially putting it on a shelf or in the display cabinet. On the display cabinet would probably be the best. Because normally in the display cabinets I'll have like one completely dedicated to Halo. And then another one I'll have mostly, I think two sections of Gundam stuff. And then one section is like Sentai or whatever, and then I've just got another random one that has like Final Fantasy in it and some other video games. It's gonna be interesting trying to rearrange those. Okay, I think that's most of the leg parts. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna clean up what's here and then call it. Can't actually remember if I bought the Pale Rider when it was up on P Bandai's Kaiser. There's a freaking clear version as well that's like a Gundam based variant. I was like, what? I only know about that from searching around. Okay, let's see here. See how much I can do within roughly about 20 minutes. And then we'll just go from there. That moment where I'm like rocking the table here while I'm trying to sand this. Once you have your collection all neat and tidy, you can show us with pictures, beauties, as exam. Oh yeah. I agree, yeah, we've been slowly doing stuff. The other day I was doing what every man normally does when they're getting their home ready for stuff or for moving in, which was assembling Ikea furniture, which is basically just giant model kit stuff, more or less. That's the way I described furniture building. So we put up some stuff so I could put some kits on, and we built a giant bookshelf for video games. That was fun, trying to store over 700 video games on a shelf. It was a bit of a nightmare, but we managed to do it. Trying to sand this down just nicely so it's all nice and smooth for when I paint it. But yeah, I can't wait for this kind of stuff to get shown off, like when I did the Crossbone Rogue. Especially when we finished and it was done with all its reflective panels. I'm gonna probably have to do an actual video on that because I remember doing the video for the other kits a while back when I did like the high grade Arbalist. That was good, but I painted it up like the metal build. Maybe we'll actually get a conclusion to the Full Metal Panic anime when I'm like 60. In another 30 years, you know, when I'm potentially still around and only just kicking, maybe we'll finally get an ending to Full Metal Panic. I've been there with Ikea stuff to sex rabbits, exactly as you say. It really is. It's just a giant model kit. The only problem is that sometimes the instructions aren't clear. It's like I built a TV stand, and I built a bookshelf, and the TV stand was the metal bits that you use to bolt it to the wall. Put those on back to front, which isn't too big a deal on it at the moment. It just means that instead of bolting stuff and having it more stable towards the top of it, it's more stable lower down. It's not a big deal because we're not bolting it to the wall, but it's just annoying because the instructions did not really make it clear which way everything went. Like even when I was paying attention. It's not exactly like Gundam either, where you can just kind of get like a parts separator if you've gone wrong and just separate the parts again. Or in my case, put a knife in between the seams and just try to prise it. Because I've done that quite a few times. It tends to be with like knees and elbow joints. Come on now. Trying to get this nub off here, but it won't go, so now I've got to shave it down with a knife. And then I've got to sand it down again, just to make sure it's fine. I wonder if I can do a wash over this. Oh, with the kits. Kind of like you do with like prop stuff, where you put like a watered down like black paint over it and then you just kind of rub over it and then wipe it off. I wonder whether I could get away with it on some parts of a kit. Don't know whether it'd be the best idea, but it's just going through my head at the moment. I feel like this nub in particular has kind of damaged this section, but I could hopefully get away with it. Like I said, I'm going to double inspect these parts anyway before I primer them. I feel like I really want to take care with these to make sure I give them the best finish I can, because otherwise it's kind of a bit nasty to turn around and be like, okay, I'm going to do custom suits for everybody and then not pay great attention to detail and try and making them look as good as I can, because then it doesn't reflect well on what I think about everybody. Yeah. It's like, oh, I didn't take enough care and attention to make them look as good as I could. That would be a really crap excuse. I'm loving the edges on this knee armor at the moment. It's really nice and sharp. I can imagine if you sanded that enough, you could actually get those edges real sharp. You know, instead of being kind of soft. Do you have all the colour schemes? I don't have all of them. I'm still waiting for certain people to send me them. I think I need pictures of oh no, I think I've got Nugs' pictures. I know I've got Sin's pictures. I need to actually make a backup file of all the colour schemes on my computer just in case. Oh, because it'd be wise to do that right now, so I'm not losing the colour scheme posts amidst everything else. Okay. Oop. Still so tempted to get the high grade Psycho and do it up as like the big bad boss in the background or something, and then slap Susan's face on it. I imagine that'd be pretty fun as a joke, and then also like post it out, retweet Team YouTube and Susan in it. I imagine they'd have a fun time yeeting my channel with that. So what I'm doing here at the moment is the front skirts here. The plastic is really nice. It's kind of like a soft, almost rubbery. I love it when it's like this because it's so easy to work with and it doesn't really mark too much. X-Ram says, if Bandai makes a Dead Scythe Hell TV version, will you get it too? Yes, no doubt. The TV version of Hell was so much better. Like, if they start turning around and be like, okay, well, after they've done, like, the Shenlong, if they turn around and say, like, right now we're doing the Ultron and the Ultron, the Death Scythe Hell, and the Epion, I'd be so happy about that, because I'd even get high-grade Epion, because a high-grade Epion would be really nice. I feel like they've got to finish off Wing's line of suits by doing that. Let's give myself another drink there for a moment. So that is not soft, but this is interesting. Right, because they've done high-grade Wing, they've done... What about Natalie? The heck are you on about, Ultras? Nataku, I've already said that. Like the Shenlong. Honestly, I thought you were drunk for a moment there, or posting in the wrong chat. Oh. But yeah, they've done high grade Leo, then they've done high grade Wing 0, high grade Sandrock, high grade Death Scythe, high grade Heavy Arms. So I imagine they'll, because they've done 0 as well, I imagine they'll do Shenlong to finish up the standard one, and then do the extra kits, so the modified, so the Ultron and the Death Scythe Hell Custom, and then I imagine they'll do Epion as well, just to finish off all of Wing. Maybe if we're lucky, we might get another Grunt suit. Hell, they might even go crazy and do some of the other more obscure stuff, but they might make it P Bandai. And by obscure, I mean just like suits that don't make a frequent appearance, Although one thing that would be up there, thinking about it now, that I'd like in high grade from Wing would be high grade Ares. You know, because the Ares suits in Wing were always really, really fun and interesting with the Leo because of the transforming gimmick. You know, and the whole thing about all the characters harping on about, oh, the Ares is amazing because it's used by the special forces and it can transform and it's really fast. Basically, it was just the Leo of the sky. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that because the design on it looked really cool. Eggdram says, I want the Heavy Arms Kai TV ver, but I'm afraid it might be Peter Van Dyke because Sandrock Kai was. Well, the one that has the dual beam Vulcan? Dual beam Vulcan, dual beam Gatling. The space version, basically. It's not the only thing that was different about the space version of Heavy Arms was it had a dual, well, visually anyway, it had the dual beam Gatling, and then for Sandrock, the space version had the beam submachine gun, which looked like a giant Uzi. The upgrade. See, the thing with Heavy Arms is I honestly thought it was going to get a better upgrade. You know. Don't forget they're also making a V8 and Mercurius dual pack, but they are. Because I was going to mention the Mercurius and the V8. If you're lucky, we might get a Virgo grunt as well. Okay, imagine with the Wing high grades, they're just taking a while to get there rather than turning around and being like, oh, we definitely won't do this suit because it won't be popular. I imagine some of it will be P-Bandai, yeah, but they'll still make the money. It's Wing, of course, they're going to make money on it, you know. Wing was one of the most popular versions of Gundam, or rather, one of the more popular universes because of the impact it had on everybody. Ion says, hey, hey Ion. It's Japanese P-Bandai from what I remember reading, says Ultras, about the Mercurius and the V8. Jeez. Wait a minute, am I sending down something that's meant to be there? Yes, I am. Let's not do that, because that would be incredibly wise. Queen's English now, David. Queen's English. Okay, so I don't want to go too far in on this anymore because of the sanding that I've done, but that is nice and smooth. Smooth as the ball when it's not got machine gun puncher holes in it. You know, from the beginning of 8th team. I'm gonna get my colours to put on the channel Monday, says Anne. Nice one, Iron. Thanks for that, by the way. I'm still waiting on your kit. I need to figure out where the hell it is. HLJ, just like, oh, we've shipped it. Help, where's my kit? Like these are the ones I got from Amazon. But it's like, excuse me, where's my kit? It's like I'm sat here waiting for those two kids and the non-F upgrade for Earthrise Optimus Prime, so I can upgrade the trailer from looking really, really bad to really nice, and then I can have the touch of nostalgia for a really nice, up-to-date looking version of Optimus Prime, and then I can apply the Toy Hacks decals to it. That trailer is going to look so nice when it's got the Toy Hacks decals on it and the non-F upgrade. I'm just going to go completely overboard there, but probably not put any on the actual figure. Everyone's like, wait, what? You're not doing any of the sticker decals to the figures. Like, I don't think I'm going to be doing many, if any. It's just that freaking trailer, man. The side not having the reflective, like, white and blue stripe going across it is just, it's terrible. It's almost sacrilege. Or heresy, depending on which one is more applicable. I think it's heresy. Okay, that's summed it down pretty nicely. Nugs, your kit is going really good at the moment, mate. Really enjoying this. Suddenly I want a high-grade Riggsy custom. Does not exist. I think I mentioned the Riggsy custom before when I was saying it'd be cool to have some sort of high-grade from Char's counterattack. If you can't get it, I have the Pete Bandai version, which is game accurate. I can send you that one to that. Honestly, I think I can get it. It's just a case of waiting to see where the hell it is, you know, because of shipping. The Space AK is calling me. Oh yeah, because it's got the gun that looks like an AK. You hear me drinking again? It's literally because I am. I keep on having to drink here, so I'm not sort of really thirsty. I think I've drunk on stream before, but it's just a case of trying to keep it down, or at least away from the microphone too much. Then again, you might hear me swallowing if I'm really thirsty. I'm just like, I need water. Or in this case, I need a can of Coke. Sat here with a can of Coke off to the side, just chilling out. Caffeine and like a ridiculous amount of sugar. There we go. Honestly, can't wait to see what this is all like when it's painted up. I am quoting Tim Curry there from Command & Conquer Red Alert 3, I think. I'm going to the one place that hasn't been affected by capitalism. Space! Yeah, it is Red Alert 3. Gotta love Tim Curry. Didn't he have like a seizure or something, if I remember rightly, that put him in a wheelchair? I was really upset when I heard that. Primarily because Tim Curry's a brilliant voice actor and a really nice guy. Like, if you search him up now, I think he's been recovering for ages. I have to check in on him and see how he's doing. Because I know he wasn't trying to get him down. Probably looks a lot better now than what he did when it first happened. That moment where I'm sanding this, you can probably hear the file going in on it here because of how crazy it is. I really want to go home, but this pandemic is keeping me stuck in the US. Does not exist. I'm honestly glad I'm nowhere else at the moment. I'm not stuck anywhere, you know. I'm just stuck in my house. Stuck in my own home instead, which isn't bad. Like up until now, my life has been pretty uneventful, so I don't mind just chilling at home. Oh. Come on now. Tim Curry from the Wild Thornberry show says exam. Yes. The same. He's been in so much stuff. When you actually look at what he's been in, it's an absolute, like, crazy amount of shows. Right, I'm not gonna file this down any more than I already have. On that side, at least. Let's just check this. Okay, I feel like I can go over that with paint and it's fine. That side has a raised edge on it now. Let's just go over that a little bit. Come on now. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm trying to wet my finger with a bit of saliva here so I can just clean off a bit of the dust. Okay, that side is fine, that bit needs to be done. Ultra says, man, I hope the new Gundam game is made. Bandam will put it on the Xbox. Sony isn't getting my money. What's up, Ultras? Like, they're making a sequel to the Cabinet game already, because it's all over Twitter. I mentioned it last time. He has a naturally evil-looking face, which is amazing, says Exram, for Tim Curry. It's not always evil. I've been dying to play a game, but they're all on the PlayStation. Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3 isn't on the Xbox. Oh god, yeah, it's on the 360, isn't it? Has it got backwards compatibility though? Just doing some finger stretching here. Okay, not bad at the moment. Feeling a bit stiff, but I mean, it's to be expected when you're working on something for ages. Non-existent says, after going to the US I realise how sucky it is and I should go back to Vietnam. Harsh words there. Tell you what, because my hands are a bit funny at the moment, what I might do is put it on hold there and just make sure I've bagged everything up for later. So, let's grab these parts that are still work in progress and put them in the bag. What I'll do is I'll try and mark this one as like a work in progress thing, or I'll just leave it in the middle of the Actually, I can make a note. I can make a note to myself that just says work in progress on it. I mean, it'll be pretty obvious with all the nubs sticking out of everything, but so much plastic on this table at the moment. Oh, come on now. I just want a strong bow, does not exist. Right, so if we do that, some none of the parts go missing. Put that there, and then where is a pen? Just gonna turn around and do that. just slap that on there, and then just be like, "The hell's a pen?" Oh. Is that your Gunpla building shirt, Moody? Says Exram. What, the this one? The whole jacket thing that I got going on there? It's just a general workman shirt that I've had for years. I wear it quite a lot because it's nice and warm. Work in progress. Really, really bad writing from me there. But then again, it's because it's running out. I need new markers. I'm gonna have to order them. Okay. So, I think I've seen it in every Gunpla stream since Exam. Oh yeah, I keep it really close. So yeah, there we go. Work in progress. So, that's the Gyan for the moment. We're slowly getting there with it. It's going to be good once I've got all these three sorted. And then start on the other stuff. So, hope you guys have enjoyed. And I shall see you on the next stream, which will be probably finishing off the legs and doing all the other stuff. Nice and organised. Yeah, I know, right? Now I'm just going to throw away some of these plastic bags that I put to the side. Like, where is it? Yeah. Throw away the plastic bags, and I got the extra runners here that I need to get rid of that are underneath. So, thank you very much, and I shall see you on the next one. Bye!